was on January 29th, and today is February 2nd, and it's 5:21, 9 to 11, I would say. And they were just sitting around in chairs talking, playing with some slime, because that's the new craze now. And the girl pulled out raisins, and me and Grace like, oh my gosh, like, that's awesome, like, that's a great snack. And she's like, what? No, it's not. And just throws the raisins over her head, and they go behind the chair, and I pick them up and I put them back. And she was like, I'm just gonna have some candy, and she pulls out these little Coca-Cola like pop fizzy things, and just starts eating them. And I was like, do you really think that that's a better option than raisins? Like, I feel like raisins are pretty healthy, and like candy, I don't know. And she's like, no, candy's definitely healthier. Raisins are just gross and horrible for you. And she just kept saying like candy's so much better, and that she thinks candy's healthier than raisins, and it's like the best food ever, and she loves it. And me and Grace were like, oh, well, we think that raisins are healthier, like it's a good choice, and like they're pretty like yummy, so you should probably eat those too. She was like, no, I don't want to eat those, they're just not good. And she just kept asking me and Grace, like holding up the candy and the raisins. She's like, which one do you think is healthier? And me and Grace clearly kept saying raisins, but she just kept disagreeing. And a lot of her friends were like, candy is so much better, blah, blah, blah. So I think she knows that raisins are healthier, but it's just the fact that candy tastes better, so she's going to eat that over the raisins, disregarding the health facts, because that's what a lot of kids do. And I feel like they understand that, like, what's healthy and what's not, but I don't think they fully get, like, what happens when you continuously eat unhealthy foods. Like, it's going to eventually lead to getting overweight, and then that could lead to diabetes, other issues with, like, your heart, your body. So I don't think they don't really put that together. They're just like, oh, it tastes good now and I'm fine, so why not eat it? So this is my second time at Boys and Girls Club, and I went on February 7th, and today is February 9th, and it's 6:05. This topic changed. She was talking about, well, maybe I should write about how much I hate my dad. And I was like, what? Like, why do you hate your dad? And she was like, well, he would drink alcohol a lot and, like, just be really mean to me and my mom, so me and my mom had to move out and move down to Harrisonburg. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's good that you got out of the situation. And she was like, yeah, like, the alcohol just really made him, like, not a nice person. And so I was like, yeah, like, alcohol, sometimes people can abuse that, and it really doesn't help with your emotions or how you react to things, and it can really make you someone who you shouldn't be. She was like, yeah, like, I just wish that it didn't have to be that way. And I was like, I'm really sorry. And then another girl, she wrote a whole paper, or like a page-long paper, about how she didn't like her dad, and she let me read it afterwards, and it was really sad, honestly, and I didn't really know how to react to it, but she was saying how one time her dad got very drunk, and he had a knife and pulled it out on her mother, and actually, like, wounded her, and she said that, like, she remembers blood being everywhere, and, like, the police had to be called, and they arrested her father and took him to jail, and just, like, she just remembers that horrible situation. And that's also due to alcohol. So I also said, just, like, yeah, like, alcohol is really bad, and people really do abuse it, and I'm so sorry that happened to you, and I'm happy that you're okay, and that you made it out of there, and you and your mom are okay. And she's like, yeah, I just wish that, like, it didn't have to be like that. And I was like, I know, but you're safer now this way, and, like, things will be okay. And so that's just what's really sad. So this is my third visit at the Boys and Girls Club. I went on Valentine's Day, February 14th, and today is February 16th. And we told them that, just like, yeah, it's Valentine's Day, it's a special occasion. Of course, you're going to have candy just like other holidays like Halloween and stuff like that. But just to make sure that you're watching how much candy you're eating, and just being moderate and eating in moderation, so you're not just shoving all the candy in your face. And they understood that, and they were like, yeah, it's just like a special occasion. But it was also hard to talk to them because they were just so energized from eating all the candy all day. So it wasn't the best day to have good conversations with the kids. This is my fourth visit at Boys and Girls Club. I went on Wednesday, February 21st, and today is Friday, February 23rd. They had like a read aloud with one of the workers there, and the book was a Dr. Seuss book, and it was called The Things You Can Do That Are Good For You. And it was a really cool book, and it incorporated a lot of health concepts and just healthy lifestyle. And it talked about, some of the things it talked about was like getting an hour of physical activity a day. When you're sneezing, you need to lift up your arm and cover your face so germs don't get on other people. It talked about like how to wash your hands with soap and warm water, and it's just really easy to do, and you should always do it after going to the bathroom or before eating food. It talked about like eating healthy food, and like colorful foods are good, like veggies and things like that, and you should be eating them every day. And that the veggies and fruits should fill up half your plate. And February 28th was my last day meeting at Boys and Girls Club, and today is Friday, March 2nd, and it's like 4:30. And one of the workers gave a lesson on how to deal with anger and what to do when you're mad. And so it was like all these things, like what not to do, and like all these bad things, and it said what to do. So some of the things were like to tell a parent to take a break from the situation and stop and take time to cool off. So another thing was to say something nice instead of being mean. Something else was if you're angry, just tell a school counselor. Another one was play with a toy. Another one was take 10 deep breaths. And another one was just to treat others how you want to be treated, and don't be violent, and just handle your anger in positive ways, not negative. And I thought that was really cool because it teaches the kids how they can address their anger if there's an issue at school or with their siblings or parents, to do it in an appropriate way.